dungeon? That's what I'm wondering. So there's this guy, Steward of Time to the Master's Lair. Huh. Interesting. I'm actually gonna take a picture so maybe I won't be able to come back. And I'm definitely gonna make like a video of this. I kind of want to see this whole thing because I think it's interesting, and if they explain it, it's gonna be like super cool. Because I think these are different, you know, ruins, and this seems to be like a boat again. This is different, like ruins and stuff like that. Like something warped in here, something happened here, and now you got things from all over the place, from all over. So this is space and time sort of colliding into some strange warping of the area, or something like that. A sort of time. Need to be closer. I'm close to the dragon. How am I supposed to talk to a dragon? I'm too close to the dragon. There's no personal space between me and the dragon. I don't like that. Okay, beware mortal. Beyond this hole lies dangers unheard of in your world. Tread carefully. Ah, Bellicus, we have been expecting you. Please allow one of my brothers to fly you down to the master. He awaits you below. Speak to Andormu at the Caverns of Time. Andormu, isn't that the guy who gave me the ring? They've been expecting me, which is interesting. So they know what's going on. They knew that this was gonna happen. That's the thing about time travel. Some of the things, when you go into specific timelines, they might already know the timeline, what happened, and to change that timeline is very strange. So it was destiny for me to come here tonight after pushing my premade to 1800 and stumble upon these quests while I was in Stormwind waiting for a dungeon. I don't know, maybe? Ooh, straight into the dragon, eh? Alright, so now we're flying here, and there's like, look at... That's a good time to sneeze, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I missed it. I saw like something strange, and there's all these ruins here. Look at these. Oh my god. Fantastic. This is beautiful. You can see the cosmos from here. You can see strange energy. So just going into like an interdimension. Why am I seeing the cosmos from here? I'm inside a cavern. Why is this my god, what's that? Okay, I went through the rabbit hole and I'm finding things that I do not understand. I mean, the mind which conceived this is fantastic and I love it. Look at this place. There's a druid there, so there's life in here. The sergeant, Bloodhoof, Thor and druid. Well, I would be getting ganked because he's 68. So I'm so glad that I'm on a non-world PvP server. And I get to look around and see all these things. Alright, what is this place? It looks like there's this slime which sort of like mimics a forest. I don't think this is a real forest. And there's all these beings of energy. It's just the faces. That's so peculiar. Looks like an elf or some sort. It's just like an energy, an ethereal elf. Oh, and that one is moving. Time Watcher. It's just beings of energy. They move. They are the same. They are the same faces. I cannot mount here. I definitely saw this guy moving. For these time watches. Oh, and there's like the dungeon, I think. I cannot mount here. Ah, so here it is. I remember this. Look at this. There's all this horde around here just waiting to gank someone. So I can actually wave at them. Oh, they're gone. So sorry. Keepers of Time. These are children, actually. Who is this? Andormu? Isn't this supposed to be a dragon? Here, he's a kid. The blood elf kid. No, high elf. These are high elf kids. Why are they in the midst of a magic ritual here? I get out my sword because I'm afraid. No, just misclick that. I don't want to kill the kids. Unless they transform into like evil demons, which must be decapitated. This whole area is just bloody fantastic. Look at this. Like, I don't even know what. Okay. That guy just spawned out of nowhere. Who the hell is that? Time Watcher? Oh, this is so weird. And fantastic. Okay, let's turn in the quest. We must prepare you for the battles that lie ahead. Please follow the custodian. She will make things a bit more clear. Well, I do need clearness because I have no idea what the hell is going on here. Like, those guys just appear. You're like two kids, which I thought were dragons, but turned out to be high elves in the middle of a strange ritual with strange signs in a place with ethereal beings who are time watchers made of energy. In a place where it seems to have been warped, where we can see the cosmos around us. So yeah, I might need like an explanation of what's going on here. Remove the counter for the custodian. This is the quest that I didn't want to do in a Wpvp sub. Let's do it. Okay, so she just comes out of nowhere. Of course, she's a gnome. Crispy, because I will guide you to the cavern. Please try and keep up. Okay, that guy's just playing with the sand. Okay. Let's go. We do not know if the Caverns of Time have always been accessible to mortals, so it is impossible to tell, as the timeless one is in perpetual motion, changing our time ways as he sees fit. What you see now may very well not exist tomorrow. You may wake up yesterday and have no memory of this place. It is strange, I know. Most mortals cannot actually comprehend what they see here, as often what they see is not anchored within their own perception of reality. And now she's walking. And she's walking fast, so I'm not gonna be able to RP walk. Follow me, please. What they see is not anchored within their own perception of reality. So this is not the perception of reality. This black tank, ready to kill me. You cannot kill me because we're not on a Wpvp sub. I'm following you, gnome, but why do you have to be faster than me while I RP walk? There are only two truths to be found here. Oh, I like truths. First, the time is chaotic, always in flux, and completely... Darn it. Always in flux, and completely malleable. And second, perception does not dictate reality. This is fantastic. Custodians of Time, we watch over and care for Nosdormu's realm, the master, to at the moment, which means that attempts are being made to dramatically alter time. The master never meddles in the affairs of mortals, but instead corrects the alterations made to time by others. He is reactionary in this regard. For normal maintenance of time, the Keepers of Time are sufficient caretakers. We are able to deal with most ordinary disturbances. I speak of little things such as rogue mages changing something in the past to elevate their status or wealth in the present. These tunnels that you see are called time ways. They are infinite in number. The ones that currently exist in your reality are what the Master has deemed as trouble spots. These trouble spots may differ completely in theme, but they always share a cause. That is, their existence is a result of the same temporal disturbance. Remember that should you venture inside one. This time way is in great disarray. We have aliens inside right now, attempting to restore order. What little information I have indicated that Charles' freedom is in jeopardy. A malevolent organization known as the Infinite Dragonfly is trying to prevent his escape. I fear without outside assistance all will be lost. For Christ's sakes, could you hold a second? Could you get a bubble above your head? Could you get bigger letters? Jesus Christ, Lisa, you just wasted walls of text on my thing, and it was so bloody amazing. I can barely comprehend. It's all about perception and reality. These are high quantum physics stuff. These are high quantum concepts about time and reality and perception, and it ties to the holographic universe and how time works and how it can be changed in a way, and there's a higher power that has access to all these things. So if we are living in a matrix, World of Warcraft has got it right. We have very little information on this time way. This is a time where, okay, Saad has been dispatched and is currently inside. The data we have gathered from his correspondence, the Infinite Dragonflight are once again attempting to alter time. Could it be that the opening of the Dark Portal is being targeted for sabotage? Help note. Okay, follow me please. Could it be that the opening of the Dark is being targeted for sabotage? This is a timeline. These are different timelines for some reason. I gotta follow her. I hate that I cannot RP walk behind her. It's pretty dumb, to be honest. So all of these timelines are actually very chaotic. That's something that is very true. And perception of reality can change depending on different factors. It's also true. Soundway is currently collapsing. What that may hold for the past, present, and future is currently unknown. So this is a different... Is it like a portal or something? No, the idea here is that time travel can be something very complicated, and I think, you know, do you see these beings of energy? They know shit that you don't know. They are at a higher level. They understand the dynamics of the universe, and you just live in a singular timeline where you barely comprehend these higher truths. Okay. Oh, Jesus. The times are currently ranked in order from least catastrophic to most catastrophic. Note that they are all classified as catastrophic, meaning that any single one of these timeways collapsing would mean that your world would end. We only classify them in such a way so that the heroes and adventurers that are sent here know which timeway best suits their abilities. Follow me, please. Okay. All of this is catastrophic, so probably it's different levels of the timelines. Oh, thank you for the like. So I think the whole idea that just a disturbance in these timelines could end everything is something that is so peculiar about all these narratives. Even written right now, so there's this jailer who is ready to destroy the world. So there's always a looming threat about destroying everything we know, destroying the universe itself, destroying time. There are these adventures, this archetype of the adventure, the archetype of the hero, who is supposed to prevent this world from being destructed. If you go to any mythology, it's all the same. Who is Thor? Who is Jormungandr? Who is you know, even in a religious mythology, it's the same. There's always the savior. All we know of this timeway is that it leads to Mount Hyjal. The Infinite Dragonfly have gone to great lengths to prevent their involvement. We know next to nothing mortal. Sorry, Dormy is currently attempting to break through the timeway's defenses, but has thus far been unsuccessful. You might be our only hope of breaking through and resolving the conflict. So this time, follow me please again. Okay, I'll follow you, gnome, but do not... Why do you walk faster than me? You're a gnome. Your stride should be... tight. Jesus Christ. So somehow these Watchers of Time are trying to help, I don't know, humanity, beings of Azeroth, beings of a timeline. So I guess a timeline would encompass the whole universe. Oh, okay. So that they are dragons which turn humans. Oh, and she disappeared. Our time is at an end, Bellicus. I wish you luck. If such a thing existed. Oh my god, that is fantastic. Because luck is not existent. You're in a timeline. You're stuck on the timeline. Everything has already happened. Why would you have luck if everything has already happened in your timeline? This goes into fate. This goes into a lot of things. So the idea of fate and timelines in early mythologies was, you know, presented as the norms. These mothers who are always weaving the future of people. The fates are called as well. So it's all involved with this time and these ancient philosophies of time and it being very chaotic in this timeline. So now if you go into quantum physics and all these new theories, they say the same thing. Truly, there is no time. Time is not existent. Time and space are completely relative, and this whole idea about traveling between timelines is something very interesting. So it seems in the lore of this that what they're presenting us is, number one, what your perception of reality tells you might not be real. That's the one thing. Timelines are very chaotic, and apparently these guys, you go into these caverns of time and you see that there's much more to what meets the eye. There's hidden things that you do not understand, and only the highest and the most advanced in the arcane, like this mage probably, look at this, full of mages around here, are the ones who can tap into the arcane and actually switch everything and create like big troubles within this timeline, which are already chaotic in their own sense. So these time watchers seems to, you know, gather adventurers or whatever, or try to fix things in the timeline. So a timeline, as I would assume, would encompass not only, so the world of Azeroth is not a timeline, you know, the life of mortals is not a timeline. The timeline, it's a whole universe, a whole cosmology. So the timeline, which includes the Draenei crashing into Azeroth, is all the universal nature of this reality, of this time cycle, which is in jeopardy. So if there are many timelines, we are tapping into the holographic universe. And the mind behind all of this nonsense was too highly advanced. I hope that at least a few people can understand that. At least even just going through this while you're leveling and just grinding your dungeons or whatever you do, look at the lush environments and everything, at least subconsciously you can begin to grasp the idea behind this narrative. Which is bloody fantastic. Okay. Now I go back to Andormo. So, do you want me to fix the timeline? What is it that I'm supposed to do here? I think I'm gonna fix the timeline or something. Hopefully, you now have a better understanding of what is expected of you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fix the timeline. That's what I'm gonna do, of course. I love this game. To the west. It's a time way to Hillsbrad of the past. 7 years to be exact. 7 years. The last year I was doing Wpvp in Hillsbrad. What happened 7 years ago? That's not a long time ago. First are working against the Horde warship troll, attempting to prevent him from ever escaping Drownhole Keep. Troll never escapes. This world as you know it will cease to exist. Oh, so all these little strings within the timeline are connected, and there are things that need to happen for the timeline to keep going, and one was for Troll to escape. Interesting. Gather a group of adventurers and take the timeway to Old Hillsbrad. 2 of our agents await you inside. Speak with Roshan on the other side. Agents, did you venture to Old Hillsbrad and speak with Roshan? I mean, at least once I gotta do it, because there's not a lot of people doing this Old Hillsbrad thing. But I gotta do it at least once.